Good morning. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Whoop whoop. Yeah. So I got a question and it was, how do I feel now that it's been a month? Like with being like with the food and the meds. So, um the food part is still kind of trial and error. Like they give you guidelines, or they tell, like, if you go through the program at Toronto Western, I know it's different. I think it's different in the States than it is here, because I don't think they have like a program that's like laid out. I don't know. I could be wrong, but from the forums and stuff that I've been on, with the gastric bypass, and I have been on an American one, and majority of the time they're asking like what they can eat at these stages and what they can do and this, that, and this, right? So I don't know if they have a program that's as laid out as what ours is here in Canada, or in Ontario anyways. So, the food part of it. So food is still trial and error, like I said. They give you what you should be eating in the different stages. Except, so this is my last stage. So I will be going on to, eating just like food all the time, like any type of food, whenever. So when I say trial and error, I mean like you eat it and you find out if your body can tolerate it. Like I've mentioned before, with gastric bypass surgery and gastric sleeve, any type of gastric surgery, your body can develop intolerances to things that you didn't have before. I was lucky enough that I haven't had any intolerances to anything. Like I'm still able to drink milk, and I'm still able to have, I can have bread, and I can, all that type of stuff. Mind you, there are, like, I tried having a tortilla wrap, like just the bread. Just the bread. I put egg on it. I put some egg on it, and that's all I had on it. It was plain Jane, just some scrambled egg and some tortilla, and I found the tortilla to be very heavy, and my body didn't like it. And I was told by one of the ladies that I work with that her sister, who has had gastric bypass surgery, that she can eat broish. I know I've got the name in my head, but it won't come out of my mouth properly. Gotta love that. So I sound like an idiot trying to pronounce something that I know what it is. Buns, those type of buns. And I attempted to have one of those buns. Nope. It's too heavy, and it doesn't feel good when you eat it. Like, it doesn't feel like it's stuck, but it just feels like it's there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter how much you chew it, it just feels like it's there. I've had, my ground meat, and that's fine. I've had chicken in the stew, and that was fine. You just have to make sure you chew it. There was a point where I didn't chew it enough, and I felt it. Like, it hurt. It just sat right there, and it was not a nice feeling. I've had tortilla. I tried a tortilla before. And I had a piece of chicken on it, just a small piece of chicken on it. And it didn't go well that point either. Because they tell you when you try something, and if your body doesn't agree with it, wait and try it a little while later. And I did that. And so I know tortillas are like out. Pita bread I can do. Pita bread's fine. It's not as heavy, which is nice. Yeah, like, so just majority of food is just basically trial and error. So when you do go to buy it, or if you go to eat it, make sure you just take a little bit. Like your dinner plate is now a saucer. It's not an actual like a tea like a small plate. So you just take little bits and try it out. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it works and you make a lot of it, you freeze it and then you can eat it later. And the medications, like I'm fine on meds. I haven't had any issues with any of my vitamins, or my calcium, or like the medication that I'm taking now for like my diabetes. The only thing I had an issue with was my blood pressure medication that I'm on. I stopped taking that blood pressure medication because whenever I would, it lowered my blood pressure a lot to the point where I was feeling really dizzy and lightheaded. So I stopped taking it. And I've been fine. My blood pressure has been good. The nurse at work has been checking it for me. So I've been on a good path with that. What else? With your medication, I would probably take one med at a time and take a little sip of water with each one, because if you do all of them and you go to take a big gulp of water, it hurts. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. Like the hurt only lasts for like 2 seconds, but still it's not a nice thing. So if you just take a med and then swallow it with a little bit of water, take the other one, swallow it with a little bit of water. What else in terms of food? So, yeah, I think this week will be week 3 on soft food. So, yeah, week 2 or 3 on soft food. I've got to check. So then I'll only have 1 or 2 weeks left because I'm only on it for 4 weeks. And then I'll be on to eating whatever. So, yeah. I haven't really been eating whatever because I have been nervous about trying new things and seeing how it'll work with my body and that type of thing. And because, like I said, there's been 2 times during this journey that I've had to throw up. And it's not nice because either the food hasn't agreed with me or I took one bite too many. Yeah, it happens. And some people can throw up and some people can't. Sometimes you're just standing there dry heaving the whole time. Yeah, sometimes you stand there and dry heave, and then something finally comes up. I know, TMI, I'm sorry. But that's the way it works. But yeah, that's not fun. It's not nice. I'm kind of nervous, but you always fall back on the foods that you know you can eat all the time. I feel nervous about getting enough protein in, but I'm going to start clocking